Welcome back to another episode of To the Third Degree Podcast. I got my guys with me.
Going on.
Yes, sir. Back for another week. Y'all can see we got a special guest with us in the building, Olu.
First time guest on the pod. Welcome.
We need like a round of applause button that we can click
Thanks.
and like the
We just
That's
said
when
that
we get.
before.
Glad to be here.
Welcome, Olu. I'm gonna let him introduce himself, but just a quick little something. He went to school with us. This really Kev right hand man.
Tracks for many years.
Yeah.
For those
yeah.
So, Olu, anything else you want to add before we get started?
I mean, I was around you too, Jordan. We came up early. We might not have been too close, but we was in them trenches together in them classes before we switched over to IE. So
Oh yeah, definitely. For sure.
we try to forget that time, but it's there for real.
We go ahead and get right into it. So, a lot of that we talk about on the podcast is just like our experience during college, post college. We ramble about a few different things, but this episode we really just want to gear it on from the day we walked across the stage. Well, really, you, Ola, because this is your episode. We ask you from the day you crossed the stage, got that diploma or your degree, all the way to now. What was the first thing that like really went through your head when you crossed the stage, when you graduated? When did that switch happen?
I think the biggest thing was I just felt behind. Everybody, I know a few of y'all was still there, but for the most part, everyone had already graduated. So that last semester, I had to really keep my head down, figure out how I was going to make sure I crossed that stage. So the moment I crossed that stage, money was on my mind. So I literally crossed the stage. I already had my set date for working. So the week after I celebrated, felt like I blinked, I was at work. And that was a quick turnaround. And then I just had to figure out from there, what am I going to do at this time? Realizing you have a lot of free time when you get out of school. There's no schoolwork. There's a lot of opportunity for distraction. Now you got money in your pocket to do whatever you want, and you have to choose. Like, do you want to spend your time, wake up, go to work, go home, and do nothing, or do you want to start making something of your life? And it's like, if we had the opportunity in school to make a name there, and it's like, how do we translate those skills with resources to actually make an impact in whatever community you're in? So I had the opportunity to be blessed and put in a place that's very outside of my comfort zone. So it stretched me in a way to allow uh to embrace for a change that's not common for a lot of students. Not really being able to choose where I ended up. I got recruited, and I thank God for the opportunity.
And I know for a lot of people, you graduate college and a lot of people don't have like me, I was at home for 2 months before I got my job. But I know like I guess all three of y'all in here, Olu, Kev, and Tyson, when y'all graduated, y'all knew exactly where y'all was gonna go. So like I guess walking across that stage and already knowing, okay, yeah, it doesn't stop. I gotta be back at work, what, in a week or 2 weeks? But like having that sense of security must feel like really, really good. Because when I graduated, I thought I was behind too. I was like, man, everyone I know is already working, and I don't have nothing. I don't have nothing. I mean, I'm blessed to be able to have the opportunities that I have now. But at the time, I was just like, well, I'm going back home, and just like that, it was over with. Like back at home watching TV, and I said, nah, this ain't gonna work.
Yeah,
I
and
didn't
that definitely took school. You think, oh, you get this degree, you're set for life, but no one really tells you that's the beginning. That's when you start to choose the trajectory. School is just the springboard, but you can jump up and jump back down and nothing happens, or you jump forward and see what you're gonna do with it.
So
Right.
that's a good word that you said, trajectory. Like, it really you having that choice to really decide how you want to start living your life. So, what would you say the trajectory, like what choice did you make in terms of how you want to live your life afterwards? You said, you had a lot of free time. It was easy to be distracted. Going from being a college student to making that engineering money. I ain't gonna put your business out there, but I know you making a little something. So it gives you a lot of opportunity to go out and like explore things and do things that you weren't able to do what was the trajectory that you decided to go down? Like, what path did you really take, or just what mindset did you have going into this extra or this new avenue?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing was because I ended up in a small town, it made me sit down and have to self-reflect. What did I not possess? What potential did I not tap into when I was in school? And how can I bring that out now? Some of it was forced upon me just by just the move of my spiritual journey and stuff. But some of it was personal too. It's like I was doing this, I had this type of demeanor, behavior in school, and I don't want that to translate to the rest of my life or even the life that I was living right now. And deciding, okay, there's some things about my character. Obviously, the biggest one that we've talked about is like fitness. Is if I'm a person that likes to preach discipline and focusing on your goals and how do you navigate rectifying those discrepancies within who I say I am and what do I look like or how am I perceived by people. So the biggest thing at that time was really getting into not just my physical fitness, but that was compounded with my mental fitness and my spiritual fitness and just building up a degree of standard and building systems that made me successful in every area of my life.
That's real, bro. And like,
That's
I salute because we all like if you know Olu, you know like we saw Olu when he crossed that stage. You see Olu now, you got to like double take. You be like, dang, that's that boy Olu. Really don't boss up. Like you really like turned up in the last year. So like I applaud you because like you saying wanting to preach discipline and preach these different things, you really made sure that you became a model of everything that you wanted to preach.
Yeah, just a funny story. There's this picture. There's this thing called Moves Upstate or something going around this
Oh yeah, I
ad.
see you on my Facebook. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's my graduation picture, and people at work is like, "Is this you, Olu?" And there's people at my job that don't even recognize that it's me. I'm like, "Who else would that be?" And which is funny because they saw me like again. I started working the week after, so they saw me when I looked like that, and it's like now they can't even recognize me, which is it's just a weird. It's a weird and award and rewarding thing just to see like okay, there's actually a big difference between not just how I look, but like how I carry myself.
So as we see, like we go back because obviously through college, we were in the gym, like we've been in the gym in the gym for a long time. Like we were like going, but I don't think we ever really dive into fitness, like eating right and you know having a set split doing what you like want to do. So what took you from just I'm going to go to the gym to okay, I'm in the gym now and I'm starting to see results. Like, what steps did you take to get from point A to point in the gym, eating right, but like mentally, and what do you feel like took you from point A to point B where you actually started to see those results?
So I'll take it all the way back to 'cause I was always an athletic kid, so I'd always been introduced to sports, introduced to weightlifting pretty early on. But and like you said, like we used to go, me, you, and Kevin used to go to the gym, and more so me and you, Jordan. But really, what it was
Ain't no saying.
what it was I was just tired of being tired, and it's like I knew how to make a regimen, I knew how to have a gym routine, and I knew I'd lost weight in COVID, so I'd actually went when we went home for COVID after our freshman year, I had lost like 40 pounds back then. But I was just like, I would eat no food and then I would do a bunch of cardio. And then I was like, I don't even like how I look. And then I kind of shot back up. But when I came out of school, it was like, dang, I'm really tired of being tired of looking like this. And knowing that I have the formula, like you said, I knew what diets worked. I knew what workouts I enjoyed, but I just never stuck with it. So it was never an issue of knowledge. It was an issue of execution. So like the biggest thing I had to learn outside of school is how do I execute? How do I build myself a system where I'm not giving myself excuses as to why I'm falling short from the goals that I have. And a lot of it was learning about keeping promises to myself, which is a big thing I preach. Now it's like if I say I'm going to do something, I have to do it. And that's not just with the gym; that's with everything. If I tell so and so, I'm gonna go hang out with them. I'm gonna go hang out with them, whether I want to or not, because I spoke it, and I had to do that with myself.
Just showing up. That's what a lot of people don't understand is just showing up for yourself. It's like it doesn't matter what gym routine you have. Like now, I only work out 3 days a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and I just run them off days, and I'm in the best shape that I feel like I was when I was actually like big. Like I feel a lot better, and that's just because you take little aspects of life. Like y'all know me in college, I was always late to everything. I was never on time for anything, but now I take pride in if I say I'm going to dinner with somebody, lunch with somebody, if I say I'm gonna be at work at this time, I make sure I'm there, even if it's something as simple as when I'm a realtor, like, hey, uh, an open house, can we? If I got to go show a client a house, I make sure I'm on time always because it's simple things like that that even though it's little, you can carry that on for all aspects. That's amazing, man. And Kev don't want to be in the gym for some odd reason. I don't know why.
Not that, bro. It's not.
I saw Kevin's pictures. I was telling him the other day seen his pictures when he was on his trip. I said, "This boy looking a little scrawny. If he just if he just
No,
ate some
bro.
food and lifted some weights, he has a good frame if he just kept to it.
Look,
He just
so
feel like he in the best shape of his life apparently."
no, I'll say in like the last month or so, probably the last 2 months, I actually noticed I'm in like I look or I see myself in the mirror or whatever, and the line's starting to get soft, and I was like, oh wait, hold on, hold on a minute. I don't know about that. So I am taking it seriously this year. I'm I started doing my little. I got like a set of weights or whatever at the house, so I started doing that until I I'm about to switch projects or whatever. Y'all know I'm about to move uh locations or whatever. But once I get that situated, then I'll go and find a gym. But my biggest thing that I realized about the fitness stuff is the eating. And me and Olu, we talked about this in the past weeks. But I eat like I eat all the time. But the what was it? It was the calories. Like I pride myself on eating kind of healthy. Like I kind of cut out sugar and whatnot, and just not as much sugar and drinking and all that. And I'll eat a huge meal a day, 2 3 meals a day, and it doesn't do anything because of the calories. And that's what I'm not informed. Olu was telling me, I was like, you know what? That actually makes sense. I'm trying. Okay, I'm trying. I know I skipped out and this and that. I'm actually taking this seriously nowadays.
Olu, do you count calories? Or do you just eat healthy?
So I can get into that a little bit. So I counted calories very, very meticulously for the last year. One thing that always stuck with me from Higher Up Wellness is like macronutrients control what the scale says. Micronutrients controls how you look. So I always was looking at how many calories was I eating, protein, carbs, and sugar. And then over time, as I understood what foods work well with me, I kind of just went for protein and calories. And I kept adjusting them from there according to my goals. So I had set a goal for myself last year. By the end of last year, I started at 250 and I wanted to be 230 by the end of the year, and then by my birthday, so 2025 May, I wanted to be sub 200, and then going forward, I just wanted to get down to a weight where I felt like my physique looked like where I wanted it to be. And I used calories to keep myself in accordance with where I wanted to go, along with I weighed myself every day. So like people think you can't weigh yourself every day because their mind da 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 da. Like some people say it takes a mental toll on them to count it, but in my mind, it's just a data point. If you don't collect data, how are you gonna shift towards where you want to go?
Yeah, makes sense.
We did a episode a few weeks back just talking about goals, and mine was like just get to the gym. So once I started focusing on like making sure I'm consistently in the gym, like I'm supposed to go after we do this podcast. Ask me tomorrow if I win, see what happens. But I feel like once I get there, I do kind of see now like counting those calories. It's not even just beneficial, like you just said. It's just another way of like measurement, just making sure you're staying true to whatever goals you're trying to get. So, God, hey, I might have to listen to you, Olu. I might have to start counting those calories. But you have one question about the gym. Would you say that seeing the results, going to the gym and the consistency, seeing that pay off, would you say that was like a catalyst to want to change other areas of your life? Or would you say that other areas were a catalyst for you going into the gym, like wanting to see growth in other areas? What came first? Like,
I think it's a little bit more complex for me. It was more so the gym and those other things all came together. So it was what I was learning, and still now in my life now, what I'm learning in the gym translates to how I approach things in the rest of my life. So now that I'm very disciplined or pretty disciplined in the gym, it helps me not compromise in other areas. So like Kevin knows and Jordan knows. I mean, you all know that I post TikTok. So if I say I'm going to the gym, like you said, you go 3 days a week, Jordan. And I say I'm going. Let's say at one point I was going 6 7 days a week. If I said I was gonna go, I had to go. And it's like if I was slacking, I said I wanted to read 10 pages of a book, or I wanted to go post a video. I was like, okay, if I don't compromise in the gym, why am I compromising here? And it just became a testament to if you're holding yourself to a standard in this area, why is that standard not uniform across all areas? And as I adopted that mentality, I wasn't having to make 15 different systems in my life. It was just one system set based on the principles I was learning in my gym routine and gym culture that I was building with myself. And I think when you the overcomplication of any transformative process is why people fail. Like you said, you just start by saying you're gonna go, and then you go enough, and you're like, okay, now this is not enough. Now I'm gonna go and I'm gonna do this, and then I'm gonna go and I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna count my calories. And if you allow yourself to build up the metaphorical muscle of doing what you need to do, your mind, your body will keep up. I think, especially when it comes to the gym, we like to do too much too fast, and that's why people burned out. And that's why I burned out really, because I was just doing too much. It was taking a toll. I wasn't disciplined enough to keep with it. I was working off of motivation instead of the necessity of where I want my life to be. But it's like dumb it down, take the steps. It's like a baby doesn't learn how to run when they come out the womb. It takes them how many months, years to refine the walking process that is built into them. So it's the same principle we should be using in every area of our life. Like you're not gonna go to school and go to college and start reading the astrophysics book when you just got there. And it's the same principle with everything else. Motivation is a great way to help you start, but it it will eventually die. It will always die. Like it doesn't matter if you've seen results. Like you're gonna get lazy at some point. That's just human nature. We're fickle by nature. So you're gonna have a tapering off point. You're gonna have a complacency point. You're gonna have a drop off point where you feel like, ah, I'm good enough. I've done enough, and I've reached that too. Even my journey now, like I had weight goals that I haven't hit yet, just because I was liking where I was at in my physique. I liked how my clothes fit. I like how I could move my body, but it's like, no, this is not where we were supposed to stop. And the biggest thing that combats that, and the biggest thing that you see, I like to watch, I like to consume a lot of content of fitness people and athletes and things of that nature. I don't really watch sports per se, like on the entertainment side, but I like to study athletes and how they go about chasing greatness. And it's just because they move the bar. If you don't continuously move the bar, you're going to fall short or you're going to just plateau. And it's like, and the biggest thing that showed me I was like that was when I went and did me and Daryl, uh one of my classmates that y'all know, we went and
yeah,
did a high rock competition, and I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna be ready for this. I was like, no, I'm gonna train to this standard. Daryl said he was going for this reason. We did doubles. So Daryl said he's gonna go for this reason. I'm just gonna go and complete it. I said no, I want to go and compete. And because I came and compete, I had to literally kind of echelon him to the finish line because he hadn't prepared in the way that I did because my bar was high. And I realized even in that bar being high, it helped me see, okay, there's new heights I can reach, and I shouldn't just settle just because I'm just an average person just doing something quote unquote for fun. Like I'm not competing for a professional reason. But you should set your goals and your bars in your life just like that too.
Nah, that's real. And then like coming from, I actually been meaning to get you about doing one of those. I actually want to try to do one of those at some point soon. But it's like when people say you have dreamers and you have doers. But at one point, every doer was a dreamer at one point. The doer just did something about the dream that he had. I feel like a lot of people want to get to that point, and since we're just on the fitness aspect of it, I feel like 95% of people, or maybe even a higher percentage, would even be like, if you could change your body in any kind of way, like if there's something better that you would do with your body, everybody would be like, yeah, there's something I would like, uh, that I wish I had better. I wish I could lose weight. I wish I could gain weight. That's like my position based on a lot of other people's is different. Cause like I've always tried to gain weight. Even now, I put on a few pounds since I started working because it's like once you graduate, all you do is just sit around and eat. I mean, you don't really do much else. But you know, it's I haven't heard anyone say start small and you know take baby steps toward where you want to go. But at the same time, don't people also have to understand you can't take baby steps and just like kind of sit down because some people will take that and take baby steps and say, okay, uh, I'm going to I'm going to go to the gym on this day and this day, but they won't take the time to make sure they're eating right. Like if they're trying to lose a certain amount of pounds, and I went to the gym twice today. I went to the gym on Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday, but I also ate 3,500 calories, the same amount of calories I've been eating since I started, and they're wondering why they don't see results. It's a and I know Olu understands it, it's a lifestyle change. If you want a change to happen, it's not just I'm going to go to the gym. Like, no, it's a whole lifestyle change. Like you have to change pretty much everything you do. And I'm a morning workout person. I like working out in the morning. So whenever I go to the gym in the morning, I mean now I don't 20 degrees outside. I've been slacking to going in the mornings for the past week and a half, but my whole day feels productive. Like if I start my day off and I do that, my whole day feels productive where it comes to engineering, real estate, cleaning the house, like everything. I just feel productive. And then those days that I don't go in the morning, I kind of feel a little run down. Like I kind of feel like I'm not spiked enough. Like I'm not at my highest level of performance for that day. So like just little things like that take make every aspect in your life, I wouldn't say better because it could be more stressful, but and chemically, dopamine and productivity and all the other stuff that it can do for you, but just going to the gym could also promote other aspects of your life to be a lot more productive than what not even the gym, just going for a run or doing home workouts, or I mean, I guess if you like Pilates or trampoline classes, whatever you decide to do with fitness. But it definitely helps you be productive in other aspects of life other than the gym alone.
I like how he framed it when he said it's across the board. If I'm gonna do this in the gym and say I want to get my fitness goals, why am I not applying that to every other aspect? I like that
Yeah.
inspiration. That makes it plain and simple. Like, why not? I feel like there's no good answer to that. It makes you like that's the type of thing you hear and be like, dang, what am I gonna do? Because you know it's right. You know it's right.
Yeah, and like you said, Jordan, you can't take baby steps forever. If you're chasing progress, progress also shows progress, meaning it has to compound over time. Like if you are developing, you're not gonna carry 5 pound weights forever. You're not gonna run 1 mile forever. Like you're gonna keep going up if your desire is to continue to go up. And it's that I mean in the gym we talk about progressive overload. Like you have to progressively overload your
Because a lot
So
of like my fault, Tyson. Go ahead.
no, I just had a question. I was gonna ask him, you know, Jordan. Like I know we mainly talking to Olu, but Jordan, you've been in the gym heavy too. So like both of y'all can equally answer this. But y'all have been two people that really have made like a lot of progress in the gym and like really went through and like was dedicated to making those lifestyle changes that y'all needed to reach the goals that y'all have been setting for yourselves. So I guess my question is, what was it that you did to fight through the laziness? And I know there were setbacks because like in everything there's going to be a setback. So like, what did you feel like you did differently this go around that pushed you through those setbacks that and previously would have set you down?
I was gonna say it's just a matter of how hungry are you. Like we chase after all these things, especially people our age. They're chasing girls, they're chasing money. It's like why not chase your own self success? Like it's literally just a matter of how hungry are you. Do you want to eat so bad that you don't want to work out, or do you want to lay down so bad that you don't want to be healthy? Like it was just a matter of how hungry am I? Like, am I here and I want to just I went to the gym today.
And it's an hour. Like you're like people don't understand. Like people think that you have to go and do some kind of crazy 3 hours. Some people do. I mean, it was at a time where I was going to the gym twice a day because I thought that's what it took. I mean, it works. But uh, I heard this quote. I forgot where I heard it from, but he said, if you're behind on your rent, you have one problem. If you're behind on your rent and you got a car note due, you got two problems. If you're behind on rent, you got a car note due, and you got fired from your job, you got three problems. If you get sick, you only have one problem. So no matter what happens in your life, your health is always going to trump everything else going on. Like no matter what, you could have 2,000 problems, but let's say you get sick and you're in the bed and your sickness is your main priority, or like you not being in shape is, let me not say in shape, but like if it poses a threat to your life, that becomes the main problem. So you can't build anything in life unless you take care of your health first. Now, is that saying that you have to be a CrossFit athlete? Do you have to be a 5 day a week gym goer? No, but I mean, whether it's in the gym or just taking care of your health in general, no matter how far you go, at a certain point, your health is going to be a determinant factor of your success based on how you treat your body. So for me, it was just like, I'm just scared to be, I'm just scared to not look like this, to be honest with you. Like, I'm honestly just scared to not look like how I look. Like, I don't want to look in the mirror. I don't like, in Olu's case, it's different because it's like, I seen Olu on the stage and I seen him 4 months later. I pulled Kev aside. I said, "Is Olu?" Is Olu okay? He was like, "Yeah, bro, he been in the gym."
And I was offended.
Bro, I was like, it's
was
Olu
sick.
because, dude, I didn't see Olu for like how long? For like half a year. Like it was a while.
Until like springtime.
It was a long time. So I saw, well, you said you were at like what, 250 or like 270 at one point. I saw you when you slimmed all the way down, and that's the time I saw you from when you started. So I was like, damn, Olu like got got right. But like I'm scared of the opposite. Like that genuinely puts fear in my heart. Like looking at a picture of me from a year ago and then looking in the mirror and being like, "Oh, what what happened to me?" like that genuinely put fear in my heart. Like it genuinely does. And then like Olu said, like he's a fitness influencer. Like he does content on TikTok. And like, all of us, we do content, and I I I'm this whole real estate guy and engineering guy, and I post like one gym video, but I'm not a gym poke guy by any means. But like I have this image that I portray myself as, and I can't be like a preach all of this and then don't follow it up. Like I have to look the part and be the person that I'm trying to portray to everybody else.
It's funny you bring that up because one thing that people bring up that are scared of is like losing weight and putting it back on. But I'm genuinely not scared of that because the systems that I've created is now been incorporated into my life. So it's like how people say they're gonna wake up one day and realize they gained weight. It's like, no, part of my day is assessing my physique, assessing my capabilities. So it's like, why would I ever be scared if I put the systems in place? Like it's a part of me now. It's who I am. Like I've developed my character in a way where the gym and my diet are important to me, and not just so I can keep the physique, but because it's just what I care about. Just like anything else that we do. But I think it's very different coming from like your background to mine, Jordan, where it's like I had to build the system. If I didn't have a system, I wouldn't even have got this far, let alone worry about 5, 10 years down the road, which I'm not because again, I'm always setting a bar like you're wanting to go do a marathon. Like I've already set that I want to do X amount of races this year. I'm already gonna do. I'm just waiting for the dates of High Rocks New York to come out. I'm gonna do High Rocks this year again. I'm gonna do that yearly. I think, like stuff like that. I've incorporated that into my lifestyle where it's like, if I went off the rails, I actively chose in partaking in my downfall, and it would literally be going against the systems that I spent all the time creating. And then I also this is kind of unrelated what we're talking about, but people also like how you're saying like you saw me and people were giving me Ozempic accusations and all this. First of all, I'm glad people think I have that much money to be wasting my money on some guys. But it's just like I realized, especially having to learn the gym and actually know how to lift weights and consuming content. Like I watched a lot of bodybuilders, a lot of hybrid athletes, a lot of like basketball, football players. It's like people just don't take the gym seriously. Like they go in there and I watch it. And I've talked to Kevin about this. It's like people just go in there and do whatever, but it's like you don't have a set plan, and then you have no intensity. Like I can clearly see you have no goals when you walk in here. You just want to tell people that you walked into this building. But it's like, are you going for people or are you going for yourself? Are you going because you want to portray a certain image or is it you? And it's like the moment you choose it's you, you will like in my opinion, you will never have to worry about it never you will never looking the part because you are the part, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I'm glad you pointed that out because I feel like that's where a lot of people stop going to the gym because they go for the portrayal or they go for the
They
I
go to
guess
post
they're
a picture
to
on. They
other
go to post a
people.
picture on their story every day to let everyone else know that they went to the gym.
But then like they feel embarrassed to actually work out. Like, and I can say that because at first that was me because not necessarily I was embarrassed to work out, but I was embarrassed because I didn't know how to use the equipment because I grew up like strictly weightlifting, so like doing bench squat, power clean, deadlift. Like I don't feel like I need to do some of those things, and my knees hurt, so I'm not going to do some of those things. But I need to do replacements and like properly use equipment. And like when I was just going to the gym, just so because I feel like it was the right thing to do, and I didn't really have like goals or just an understanding of I need to like better my physique and better my health. Like now I'm more interested in like learning how to use like certain equipment and like just not necessarily like being afraid of looking goofy in the gym. Like because you once you really decide that like you're going there for your own benefit, like whoever else is in the gym becomes like invisible. Like you're not worried about whatever the person is beside you, whether they're 300 pounds or 220, like cut up abs and everything. Like they're doing their thing, you're doing yours. Like at this point, it's just like a respect thing. Like salute to you coming in here today and doing it. Nah, you do yours, I'm gonna do mine. But I find a lot of people stop going to the gym because they don't go for themselves, and as soon as something in the gym becomes embarrassing or like it takes like real effort that you're only going to get if you're going for yourself, they start to slack off. So I'm glad that you pointed that out.
Yeah,
I
that's a
think that's
great point.
the biggest blind spot for people. It's like, first of all, they're not them. And because I'm not going to lie, I'm not the gym guy. I've told y'all for years, I'm like, oh, I'll go, or I'll start doing this. But was I portraying that I was a gym guy? No. I went to the gym a few times, like you said, Jordan, when we first started school or whatever, sure. But I'm not gonna go out and portray this just because I want to, seem to portray this image. I think that's just that's really just the way society is right now. It's like the portrayal of who people want to be seen as, and it almost I'm not gonna say never, but a lot of times it just don't line up with who they are.
Yeah,
And
it's
another,
when you bring
I
it's
was going,
funny you bring it up. Like I don't feel like I'm a fitness like my I don't desire my portrayal to be a fitness person. Like I lost weight because I wanted to feel good in clothes. I wanted to dress. I looked at people like Tyson and Daryl, and like, oh, I want to be able to wear these type of clothes. Like I used to be in Daryl's closet, and I can't fit that. To now, it's like I'm going to other people's closet and wearing their stuff. Like honestly, I'd be in everybody's closet now, trying together just for fun. And it's like the goal was just to feel comfortable in my own body. And it's like I grew up watching a lot of superheroes, so it's like, why can't I be so delusional that I'm trained to be like a superhero? And I've made a video on this before. It's like I like my favorite superhero is Black Panther way before all the movies and stuff. Like I'm deep into comics and stuff, but it's like I see how they were trained. He was just training to fulfill his role and his duty. It's like my duty to myself is to like I want to go through life and say like, oh, I can do that. I want to do that. I can pick up a ball. Like I watched Jordan. You pick up a sport in 2 seconds. Boom, boom, boom. You got it down. That's technical ability, but that's also just fitness. And it's like if you don't have that baseline, like how can you move through life? How can you be comfortable moving through life if you can't even move around? Like our bodies are meant to move. So if you can't move, like first of all, what are you doing on this earth? And that's just how I feel. Like, I have a very harsh perspective and very crude perspective on this. Like, if you care, just care all the way. and and also back to like knowing how to do something in the gym. Like, I truly believe Google's free. You can watch people all day do every movement you can think of, even crazy stuff, and it's like you can go and learn it. But people also just don't want to learn either. It's like, if you are like, it's back to that hunger. If you are really hungry at being a certain specimen, being in a certain space, there are resources, free resources out there. And then you have people to lean on. Like, when I first started going to the gym, some of the workouts I incorporated were stuff I learned from Jordan, or stuff I saw on YouTube, or stuff like I still go to the gym with my LB Josh. He's way stronger than me now. It's like, there's people around that you can brush up on, or even watching other people in the gym, asking for notes from them. It's like, if you are really wanting to learn and understand the game, it's just like any other thing in life. You're gonna go around the people that know what they're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the same thing with like, well, okay, go ahead.
I was gonna say, if you want to be about it, then be about it. There's no excuse, because look at all this info around us. Look at all that resources. Look at all, like, even us with each other. Like, what was that? There was one workout, and I remember this from freshman year. Was it the sevens, the bicep?
Them dirty sevens, them dirty
I
Yes,
remember
sevens,
like,
Jordan did put me onto the sevens.
them dirty sevens, man. I still do them to this day.
if
Yeah.
you're gonna be about it, be about it fully. Like Olu said, I like that.
I mean, and
Be
that's the
accountable.
same thing. Like I like what Olu said when he said, like, you have to surround yourself with people like Josh. Like, I haven't seen him in person, but I've been seeing him on like, the dude's a freaking tank. Like, he's a freaking tank now, you know. And it's like, surrounding yourself with people with the same goal. Just like me in golf, it's like I still golf with a lot of my homeboys and everything like that, but I have a whole separate golf group. And I always say, like, we're friends, but like, no, we go out there and we go shoot. Like, we doing the skins pot and we putting in $50 just to play. So like, going out there and playing with people that have the mindset that I want to have when it comes to, like, even if something like golf, like, oh, golf, but I want to be playing in amateur, maybe professional tournaments in the next couple of years. And so playing with people that I can learn from, and playing with people that go out there with the same mindset that I have, has helped me become a better player. Just like your health, like surrounding yourself with people that have that same mentality, and knowing that, you're going to the gym because you want to get right. And that's what I was saying earlier about people that go to the gym. I've seen people in college and in real life that go to the gym every single day. I know because they posted on their story that they're at the gym every single day. They look the same that they've looked the last 3 years. Nothing has changed. But everybody knows that you're in the gym. So I feel like you have to, once you put your head down and you just go, and not even, another thing is, you can either be analytical about it and say, look, I want to get to A, B, and C, or you can just put your head down with no end goal in sight. I feel like either or, as long as you're consistent with whatever you're doing, whether it's health, whether it's fitness, anything is just consistency. Like, everything is just staying consistent and not settling, but also not putting too much pressure on yourself to reach a certain goal in an unreasonable amount of time. Like, in January, or like February or March, I want to have my summer body. Well, darling, I'm sorry to tell you, but summer's only 2 months away. Summer's only 2, 3 months away. You're not going, like, you gotta have realistic expect. The people that you see, that's years and years and years of work going in. Like, I know I haven't even touched what my body's capable of, because I could be putting in more work than what I'm doing right now. Like, none of us have even tapped into what we can possibly do, whether it's with professional, gym, or whatever. But I know that if we, like, staying the same course, working out, taking care of your health, taking care, handling business every day, you're going to get to that goal. Even if you have no end goal in sight, you're going to get there, regardless of whatever it is.
A big
I
thing
would
that
say,
Have an
changed my
Amazon package.
perspective on this quote I heard, that you don't rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your systems. And so that just it plays into what you were talking about with that consistency. Is you can set all the goals in the world, but do what you said you were going to do and be consistent about it. Because at the end of the day, that goal ain't gonna save you.
I feel like that's a big takeaway from today. Olu, that was a great quote. Even if it's simple, do what you say you're going to do, even if it's to yourself. Do what you say you're going to do to other people and to yourself.
Olu, I got one last question for you, bro. And as I said, I was about to say my mind almost lost it, but I got it. I know that there's probably this isn't the question, but would you say this was making this lifestyle change was like one of the more difficult things in your life that you've went through?
Yeah, I think just because I had so many moving parts of a lot of things happen after graduation, had a lot of struggles transitioning to the job, loss of relationship, things of that nature. It really tested me to see how much resolve did I have, how bad did I want it, which is what developed that hunger. And now that I'm seeing that that level of adversity pushed me, and I'm at a place where I'm getting to choose how intense I want to be. It's now finding the next thing that's going to keep that hunger going. So it was a test. Back then it was very hard, but I would even say it's harder now because like I have results, I get the compliments, I have a physique to a point, but it's straggling between people thinking I've done good enough and reconciling, have I done what I said I wanted to do? And
Hmm.
it's like if I keep leaning, not looking at where I wanted to go, I'll get lost very fast. You get lost within people because I hear all the time, man, if you lose any more weight, you gonna look anorexic. You gonna da da da. I'm like, I know I won't. It's like I know that's not true. You're just trying to compensate for the lack of things you've done in your life. Whether not because they're being malicious, they just don't understand. And the level of scrutiny I need to have in my life needs to be the exact same when I had no results. And it's like the results are not indicative of the work that needs to be done. It's just proof that the work is working. So
Yeah, for sure. And then, like your answer even makes me want to ask the question more. Who or what would you say you really feel like you leaned on throughout this change? Because I know a lot of it is coming from just a personal level of just betterment that you want for yourself, but also like before you even say who, was there anyone or was there anything or that you like really just like not really like held on to or just like looked for in terms of helping you throughout this, but just like people that kind of just just helped you stay on the track that you were trying to keep yourself on.
if genuinely honest, it was me and God. From the beginning, he set me down in a place where I lived in a small town. There's a town where fitness is not the priority. They have the best food in the world, best fried fish, fried chicken. These people love to eat. Like everybody's overweight
Yeah, I
here.
hear it.
And it's like I had to choose, like, God, you're showing me this. This is where you want me to go. How do you want me to do it? And he's like, boom, boom, this is what I need you to do. And I'm like, oh man. But then over time, it's like, oh man, they're like, thank you for putting this in my plate. Thank you for putting me on this trajectory. And it's like to this day, I genuinely don't feel like there's someone right alongside me in my journey just because I'm so hungry for goals that are not normal for our age group. Like when I say I genuinely want to feel like my version of a superhero, like no one wants to go. Every workout I start with a run. I run 1 to 3 miles just to start a workout, and that's not even when I was training for something like High Rocks. High Rocks back then, I used to be doing like 5Ks to 5 miles to start my workouts, and then I do my body lifting session. Then I'll do abs or whatever, whatnot. And it's like the amount of work that I'm wanting to do, it it sifts through people when they're like, "Oh, I'll go to the gym with you." I'm like, "You don't want to go to the gym with me." And then when they go, they're like, "Yeah, I'm not going to the gym with you," and that's fine. But it had to. It was proof that I can't lean on anybody except for what I want and where I want to go. And it's also a reward because it means I'll have the strength to help other people that they might only want to do half of what I want to do, but I know I can help them because I've already done that half and then some. So it's like it's a reward to go alone because now you can be a leader in a space and show people things that they didn't realize. So, like for example, this gym I go to, there's this girl that she was like, "Oh, I see you in the gym. You don't work out for." I was like, "All right, bet. Let me take you through one of my conditioning cycles. I usually do 3 rounds of that cycle. She did 1.5, and we almost had to call the ambulance. I said, I just wanted to give you a taste of what I do so you can take it. And now she's at the point where it's like, oh, I got these 3 dudes that want to see what you got going on. Can you show them those workouts you were showing me? And that's a reward to me because it's like I'm wanting to be so ahead, not because I want to be better than anyone, but because I want to be a resource and a pillar. Because I didn't have that pillar, I want to be strong enough so other people can have someone to lean on. And I have to make sure I'm good. I have to make sure I'm strong. I have to make sure I'm focused so other people can get something off of me.
Yeah, that just goes to show that you've been putting in the work. Because it's like being the person that other people look at you and see that you've done what they wanted to do. Just you were saying that you look at me, look at Daryl, and want to dress the way we do, bro. You fitting close smaller than me now. So keep doing what you're doing, dog. Because like you really like just tuned it up this last year, bro. You got me like you got me inspired, bro. You really just put some great points out there. Just like for people like me, people who's watching, who just want to find the sauce, and like it's not even sauce, it's just work. So
Yeah. There's levels like Jordan, like I can't even think as much as I run, like I run every single day. But like thinking about running 26.2, but just seeing him
basically,
set out to do the marathon, is like maybe I'll do a half marathon this year. Cause it's like I've run, I think I've capped out at a little bit over a 10K. But like I only stopped just because I had no need to run more. But it's like I could run more, I just don't. So it's like there's even as much as someone may say I'm ahead, there's always people in certain aspects that are pushing you.
Yeah, I mean, it's even as simple as I was at the gym on Friday right before I left, and I was just shoulder pressing, and I was just doing my normal set. And last week was a week where I went up 2.5 pounds on every single weight for my progressive overload. And so the dude that was beside me was dumbbell uh dumbbell he was doing dumbbell rows on the bench beside me, and he was dumbbell like 100 like a 120-pound dumbbell, like big pit bull looking dude. But he saw me, and man, I got the last set up like here, and then he ran over to me. He was like, "No, you got two more." I said, "No, I don't, bro." I said, "No, no, I don't." But he sat there, and sure enough, I had two more in me. I mean, I almost tore everything in my body trying to get that weight up, but I mean, I had two more in me, and that same. And so when I went when I went to Charleston this weekend, I ran 8 miles. I ran 8 miles straight just to see, because I normally cap out. I've been running like I normally run like 6 on a Saturday to train for the marathons. But well, I got to do a lot more. I might need to start doing 5K, 10K first. But I just ran an extra 2 miles just to see. Okay, I didn't think I could do this then, but now let me just see what I can do. And I managed to squeeze out 2 more miles, and I felt like I still had just a little bit of gas left in the tank. So I mean, like Olu said, it's just another level of even pushing yourself, and even knowing that you're capable of doing a lot more than you think you can do. We're all capable of doing a lot more than we think we can. I mean, even if it's just, I mean, I probably couldn't even get through one of Olu's conditioning circuits right now. So just like there's always somebody better than you at something, regardless of what it is. Uh, Weightlifting, whether it's weightlifting, cardio, CrossFit, strongman, any of that stuff, or even at work, surround yourself with people that have the same goal, but also people that you can learn from as well. Because you're always going to have people that there's always going to be a bunch of people that can tell you that you can't do something, or a bunch of reasons as to why they can't do something. But being surrounded by
Call them
people that
carrots.
exactly, but being around people that can give you encouragement, not only give you encouragement, but they live that same life. Like I feel like that's another key into getting where you want to be, is surrounding yourself. And in Olu's kid, like that's God. Like God can uh, give you a lot of the things that you need, and then when you go out, He can lead you to those people that can help you. in your regular life. Because there's so many people out here that will tell you that you can't, not trying to be malicious, but you can't do this. Oh, you're gonna run 5 miles before a workout. Well, that's not what you should do. That's too much. Like I've had people
That's
that tell
cool.
me, yeah, I got people that tell me because I run in the mornings that, oh, that's why you ain't gaining no weight. You're running too much. Or you want to stay skinny, you're running too much. And it's like you got people that can constantly tell you what you cannot do. And that's partially because they can't do it themselves. So
I love to see it, man. I love to see it. Yeah, all
Yeah,
of
we
y'all.
gotta keep up.
So now I need to do more. I need to run.
no, you need to do more because you could have a better body than everyone in this chat room based on your genetics. And you are wasting it. You are wasting your
But seriously,
genetics.
I do love to see it, and I like it because like all of y'all my guys, like, and to know that that's what you're getting into is like, dang, that automatically, like, I automatically need to be doing more. Like it automatically pulls me up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I'm being serious. I'm joking, but I'm being serious. I love to see it.
The biggest thing is to make the goal so lofty that where you land is still way above what people expect. So it's like if I say I want to be the best in the world at something, if you end up being 10th in the world, you're still greater than how many other people. It's like just set the bar so high that no matter where you fall, you excelled. And you continue to do that over and over and over as you set your goals. And that'll help you build systems that are robust and pushing you and not letting you compromise on saying you did good enough.
Don't let the motivation distract you from the discipline behind it. Because everybody gets that 2, 3 a.m. shot of motivation where it's like, I'm gonna wake up tomorrow and I'm gonna get right. Next week I'm gonna get right. Like half the time I get up, I don't feel like doing half the stuff I'm doing. I don't feel like doing any of it. But like
Right.
there's always gonna be a jolt. Like right now, like I'm extremely motivated to get up tomorrow and do whatever I'm gonna do. But the morning after that, it's not gonna be that same feeling. So
The
don't
morning
let
up, not even the morning after. You gonna wake up in the morning. I'm supposed to wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning, go to the gym. I feel like doing that right now. 4 o'clock in the morning comes, might hit snooze.
Oh, how did you phrase it? You were talking about it was around New Year's time. You were talking about you were going to the gym and it was like 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning. And the last thing you said was that there's nothing else. Your days are not consistent. So day to day, that motivation ain't going. It's all about consistency because everything is changing day to day in your life. So it's like it don't matter if you got the motivation or not because it's not tomorrow's not going to be the same. Next week is not going to be the same. 2 months from now is not going to be the same. You're changing. You too. So much change in that 10-month span that all of what you think about what you're gonna do just goes out the window. So it comes from deep for sure. And I see that in myself. I don't know how it's gonna be when I change jobs. Like I've been going bit by bit, waking up early because I'm all about. Well, I haven't been working out, but I love waking up in the morning early um, as a stabilizer to the day. I love it. But kind of going bit by bit, taking those small steps to get to where I want. Okay, I'm wake up at 5:30. Okay, 4:30. Okay, but yeah, it's a daily because every day is not the same. I thought that was a great quote from your TikTok, Jordan.
appreciate it. I mean, and that's what you're gonna see all the time. I mean, it's like especially with me in real estate, like yeah, you know, us being engineers and enticing in education, it's like we're making paychecks. Like that's just something that's not going to change. You know, you're making a paycheck, but you know, I'm money hungry. I want to be financially not just wealth. I want to be wealthy. I want to be able to buy. I want to have FU money. I want to be able to buy whatever I want to buy, whenever I want to buy it, and nobody can. I don't have a problem with doing anything. So who am I to not chase after what I want to? And I got to do better at it. I feel like I need to do more because I haven't been doing what I need to do in that space. I feel like, but who am I to wake up and go through my day and not pursue this, not put money in my pockets, not get the life that I want to live and the only reasoning behind it is because I don't feel like it. Like that's a terrible reason. That is a terrible reason to not chase your dreams, start your business, do whatever you're doing, whether it's health wise or in your career. The reasoning behind it is because I didn't feel like it, or I was tired. Like that is a terrible reason to not do something. So,
But Olu, man, we appreciate you coming through for the pod today, bro. Definitely dropped some jewels for everyone that's watching, for us included. Definitely some things I'm gonna take away from what you said. But before we let you go, like you said, you do create your own content. You want to plug any of your social medias on here before we finish this off?
Yeah, so right now I'm focusing on my TikToks, vessel.olu, and then working on revamping and reorganizing my YouTube. But right now, mostly it's just on TikTok right now. So yeah, tap in.
we'll tag everything when we post the video, obviously. But y'all followed Olu's transformation, man. It's truly inspirational from where he started to
About to
where
say,
he is now. Like, I mean, once you guys check out his stuff, like you'll definitely see how he got there. It's amazing.
And George, if you want to do high rocks, just let me know. Get
Oh
that.
no, I'm telling you that, like I do. Like I want to do CrossFit, but like, bro, that they trying to charge me $150 a month for some CrossFit. I can't do it. I can't. But nah, I actually am. I'm
High rock.
interested
I
about
love
that.
high rocks. The atmosphere of the events are so fun and cool, and like you get to see people your age getting after it, and you see 50-year-olds rip just running past you. Ripping is like I gotta lock in, bro.
Oh no, we gonna
Cause
get right. When's the next event?
you just have to. I'll talk about it with you.
Okay, yeah, that's cool.
I'll send you some stuff.
But all right, I think that concludes another episode. Olu was our first guest. Stay tuned. We'll have a lot more coming. But appreciate y'all for watching. Y'all
Thank
take
you
it
for having
easy.
me.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah.